Hello everyone, my name is Max and welcome to my video. This video today will be on how to install Ofbiz on a Linux machine, preferably on a Linux Mint 17.1 machine. Linux Mint is a deviation from Ubuntu, I believe. I've been using it on my system for a couple of years now. I enjoy it. I downloaded and have been using Ofbiz for a while, a few months at least. I find it a very good software to use, and I thought I'd go over how to install it in a Debian system. Now, this system, Ofbiz, can be installed on basically any system, whether it's Linux, Unix, Windows, just about any type of operating system. But today, as I said, I'm going to go over it being installed on Linux Mint. So let's go ahead and get started. If you've been to my previous video on Ofbiz, I talked about what it is and how you can use it. So this is a continuation of that video, and then as I said, in this one we're going to talk about how to install Ofbiz. The first thing that you want to do, and just so that everybody know, I'm going to be switching back and forth between my actual environment, which is Linux Mint 17, and my test environment, which also happens to be Linux Mint 17. So the first thing, one of the things you can do, this doesn't have to be the first thing, is you want to see what type of version of Java you have on your system. Now, Ofbiz is heavily based on the Java technology. A lot of the applications are used or depend on Java. So it would behoove you to go ahead and install the latest version of Java. Now, there's two basic types of packages, or several different basic types of Java packages. There's JRE, which is a Java runtime environment. That's not really a package, that's more or less a plugin, especially for when you want to use your browser to look at Java technologies. The other two packages that we're going to talk about today is JDK, which is Java Development Kit, and OpenJDK, which is Open Java Development Kit. To run Ofbiz, you're going to need either JDK or OpenJDK. I hear either one should work, but for me, I used JDK, or the JDK from Oracle. But as I understand it, OpenJDK can work just as well. So what you should do is you should go to your system, and if you see this, you got to type in this command, java space -version, and press enter. Now if you see that, that means that OpenJDK or JDK is not installed on your system. Okay, and that means that you need to install it. If you already have it installed by default, I'm switching over here to my virtual machine now. If you type in again java space -version and press enter, if it's already installed on your system, this is what will come up. Okay, it'll say the Java version. Alright, and the latest version I have in my virtual machine is 1.8, and that's the latest that I installed that was last year. I installed it, I guess, around October 2015. Today is January 29th, 2016. Just so you know. So that's what you got there. So let me go over the instructions, and don't worry, I will go over how to install the JDK package as well. Also, what you need to do, and at this point I'll bring up my instructions. so that we can go over it together. These are some links. We'll go over them later. Okay, there's other than JDK, there's two other packages you need to install, and that's the Subversion application, which is a software application that helps with version control of building, installing, and creating an application, a software application. In this case, Ofbiz. So you need that, and then you need the Ant tool, which is both of these tools are generated by Apache Software Foundation. They may or may not have been originally created by the Apache Software Foundation, but they are part of their foundation now. And so if you have a Debian type system, you can get these out of your repositories. And Ant is a application used for building tools from or applications from binary, from source code. Okay, so the first thing you'll need to do is update your repositories with the sudo apt-get command. Okay, I guess we can go ahead and do that. I've already done this before, this installation before, but we can go over it again. You just do that, press enter, put in your password, and then we'll go ahead and update your repositories. You want to do that before you install these other tools, and then after that is done, then you want to go ahead and put in this command. Now, I put in the -y. You can put that in either before, after the command, or before. I've seen it work with both. And the -y just says, yes, go ahead and install it. Don't ask me any extra questions. Okay? And so that's the next thing you ought to do, is run that command. All right. I'm not going to run it because I've already got it installed. So I'm just going to do a Control-C. And then you wait for that to install. You don't have to use the -y. You can just do it and answer and go over answering each question if you like. And then finally, oops, I got the wrong one. And then finally, you want to install the Ant tool, which is that command. And again, you can use the -y if you don't want to have to answer any extra questions while it's being installed. And you do that from the command line. Alright. And so I'm not going to do that, because again, Ant is already installed on my system. Alright. And then after that, if you haven't already, go ahead and install the JDK package for your Ofbiz version. Once you go and download Ofbiz, now there's several ways of downloading it. You can download it from a compressed from a compressed package, a zip package, or you can download it from the Subversion tool, or by using the Subversion tool. That's the way we're gonna do it. And or the last one, you can download it through they have snapshots, which they call nightlies. Excuse me. And you can download it through that snapshot. Today we're going to do it through the Subversion tool. Okay. And the way we do that. Oh, and here's the instructions for downloading and installing the Oracle JDK. Do not worry. All of the instructions and links that I'm presenting to you in this video will also be in the description below, so you'll have all of the information that you need. All right, and if you don't, and you need those information, or for whatever reason there's something in there that you think I missed, you can either email me, or you can put it in the comments for everybody else to see. Okay. But it's very simple. You're just going to add on, because at the time of the install, it may already be in your repository, But at the time of install, the latest version was JDK version 8, which was not in the repositories. So I had to add it on as a PPA, which is a package personal archiver. I believe that's what PPK stands for. And then I just had to run an update. Okay, but these instructions for doing it for an Ubuntu-like or Debian-like system is put in this link right here. If you happen to be using a Red Hat or some other type of Red Hat system, whether CentOS, Fedora, or something else, you can use these instructions. And as I said, I will include these in the description. And if you have another distribution, I will include the links for how to include Java JDK in the description for those other distros as well. I won't be able to include all of them because I don't know all of the Linux distros out there, but I'll try and include all of the major ones. And so after you install these three things, the JDK, the Subversion, and the Ant tool, you'll be ready to install Ofbiz on your system. And to do that, you just go through this command here, which is sudo svn co http, and then that's the Subversion tool right there. Then that's the link right there. You do that from the command line as well. Let me go ahead and clear this, and then you just go ahead and put this in just like that. Alright, now if you happen to want to install this from the Subversion tool, but you want to install a particular Ofbiz version, that also is possible. I include the links for going to Ofbiz website itself, and from the website you'll find the Subversion link. Okay, this is it right here, and as I said, I will include it. Well, it's either this one or it's this one or the other, and they'll have the different Ofbiz packages. As of 2016 in January, the most stable package of Ofbiz is 13.07. all right, 13.07, and then there are different versions of that. There's 0.01 and then 0.02, and I believe 0.03 will be coming out in March or April of 2016. So if you want to download those packages, you will be able to go to the Ofbiz or Apache Ofbiz site and download that package as well when they become available. And as I said, as you can see here, I also included the package as a zip file. Alright, so you can do it that way as well. Once you install Ofbiz, okay, then the next thing you're going to want to do is use that Ant tool. Alright, now give me a moment. We will scroll back down. And that's very easy too. Once you've installed the svn command. Oh, and here are the different packages here. I also included them in these instructions. Okay. Then once you do that, you just cd or change directory to the package, the Ofbiz folder. All right. Let's see, and then, oh, hold on, I might have skipped a step. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, and then from here, you will use the Ant tool, sudo space ant space load dash demo. Some of them may tell you to do this one right here. All right, that's an old command that's deprecated, and that's used in the earlier versions of Ofbiz. Now, if it does happen to work for you, that's great. All right, but if you find that this command does not, it's because it's deprecated or old. You'll want to go ahead and use this command right here. And you just take that, you put that in your terminal, you press enter, and then from there it'll start building and configuring your Ofbiz source from the source code. All right. And so then after that, let's see, in order to start it, what I had to do with my version of Ofbiz is I had to cd to the tools folder or directory, and then I ran this script here, which was available after I did the build, the ant build. I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. I'm already in Ofbiz right here. If you do an ls, all right, and as you can see, there's the tools folder or directory. So I just cd or change directory to tools. All right, did an ls, and as you can see, here is the script to start Ofbiz right here. And you want to do a sudo because I believe you need root rights. Let me see here. Yeah, you do. So you just run this command. Put this in your terminal, and then just press enter. All right. That will start your database. All right. And once you do that, then you just open up a browser, and you can put in the following links or addresses. All right. For Ofbiz itself, just to see what the front end looks like for the what the customers would see. Hold on. Yeah, you would use this one right here. All right. If you want to look at the back end and maybe do some changes or look at some forms and create some data for your company or for your employees or whatnot, you could use this link. All right. And if you want to do some more administrative work, okay, you can go to the web tools address. And like I say, don't forget, don't worry, all of this information will also be included in the description under the video. All right. It's also, and a majority of these links are also included in the package when you open it. Okay. So, like, let me give you an example. Let's cd back to the root directory of Ofbiz. And do a list. Now, if you go up here under README, it'll show you a majority of those links that we were talking about. It won't say them all, but we can go over them real quick. This is where I look at a document in the terminal. And as you can see here, it gives you instructions about how to use it. As you can see here, it says that for my version of Ofbiz, which is 13.07, and I believe is 0.01 or 02, you need to use the full JDK version, which is 1.8. Like I said, you can use either the Oracle JDK or you can use the OpenJDK, as long as you use version 1.8. All right, and then it just goes through how you can start it, build it, and start it. And I'm just going through everything here, and then hold on, it should tell you about the different yeah, there's one of the tools right there you can use. And then if we hit backspace, yeah, there's another one, and then there's the other one. So it does give you instructions for how to use all that and how you can access your OFBiz application. Also, if you're interested in seeing what licenses OFBiz has included with it or installed with it, I can tell you right now, Apache 2.0 is one of the licenses that is installed with OFBiz, and it's just like GPL, but I think GPL is also one of the licenses that's related to OFBiz, because OFBiz is an open source platform, which means you do have, once you download it, you do have the right to modify it as much as you want. But if you want to find out what kind of licenses, for sure, because I know it also has Mozilla in there, you can just read it. So you can go to the notice document, and you can read about a lot of the different licenses that it has. As you can see, it does have the Apache license. But then as I scroll down through here, it also will show that it has Mozilla. It talks about the default database that comes with OFBiz out of the box. Okay, and then it talks about Apache Geronimo. And it has several other licenses in here that it will go over. It talks about how it has Tomcat web server on it that's on there by default. And several other things. Let me see here. Talks about FreeMarker, Groovy, all the different things that it comes with. And it says you are free to share, remix, make, what have you. Okay. Let me see. It also has some other. Maybe that one wasn't it. It was, oh, I'm sorry, here it is, license right there. Sorry about that, but that's where you can go to see the different licenses. So we just type that in there or paste it in there as I'm doing. And that's where it'll show you the different licenses that come included with OFBiz. It's quite a few of them in there. There's Apache. And as we go down, you should see several other ones in there. And we're scrolling down. Let's see here. Isn't that always the case? As soon as you're looking for it, you can't find it. I promise you it's in here though. There's also a BSD license, or it's based off of a BSD license. There it is. There's Mozilla public license. So it does have several licenses. All of them, if not, or most of them, are open source licenses, and that's how you install OFBiz. And like I say, I already have it installed. That's why I didn't go over the actual installation of it. But with these instructions, you shouldn't have a problem installing it through an Ubuntu type system or a Debian type system. These instructions here that I got, I used them off of the website that I pointed you to earlier, which is digitalocean.com. And that one wasn't meant for it was supposed, it's actually for Ubuntu. But like I said, if you have a Ubuntu-like or Debian-like system, this will work just as well for you as well. And like I say, it'll also work for you for if you have a Java, if you have a CentOS or a Fedora distribution, you should be able to use this as well. The commands are mainly the same, except instead of using apt-get, I know with a Red Hat distro you would use yum. And all of these should be in the repositories. If they're not, then instructions will be in the link for you to do otherwise. And we can go back up here. Like I say, I'm including all these links in the description, so don't worry about it if you can't see it here or if you trying to jot it down. You don't have to. You can copy and paste it later. I've included the link for the official Ofbiz website. Also, there's a wiki about it as well that you can go to and look at extra information. I've also included a link from the Ofbiz wiki about system requirements. What the minimum is, what you need to look out for, and whatnot. I've also included this link about subversion, about the different packages as well. This one also is a link on subversion. Either one or both of these will have the individual packages. One of them talks about the subversion tool itself and how it's being developed in Ofbiz or in Apache through the Apache Software Foundation. I've also included the zip file for those of you bold enough to go ahead and download it and unzip it and then work from there if you like. And I've included the link for those of you who want to think about putting in a different database. As I said earlier, Ofbiz and on other Ofbiz videos, it's mentioned that Derby is the default database. It is a Java, it was built on Java, and it is a default database that comes when you download Ofbiz. Now, the Derby database is basically made for demonstrations. When you get ready to put Ofbiz in production, you're definitely going to want to use a better or a better database. Ofbiz can use open source databases, or they can use closed source or commercial databases. And how you will implement and configure your chosen database for Ofbiz, I have included this link for you to go through the instructions there. This comes straight off of the Ofbiz website. Alright, I've included those links as well as the other links for JDK if you want to do either the one from Oracle or you want to do the one from OpenJDK. I've included both of those links and the instructions for how to install them. Alright, so that's my video. It should not be that difficult to install and start using. And if you have any other problems or issues, you can go to the website. The website has a lot of information that you should find very helpful. And I've already included, I will include that, but I just thought since I was here, we might as well go to it. Let's see here. Oh, this is the tutorial. So if we hold on one second, I know I should have had that up beforehand. That's the official Ofbiz website there. Okay, and as we said earlier, it's ran by the Apache, or more to the point, through the Apache Software Foundation group. Okay, if you want to download any of the packages, you can either go here to download up here at the top, or you can come here to the side. If you come over here, you can download the subversion versions. All right. For any documentation, you can come here, and then of course they have this article here explaining Ofbiz and the different things that are happening. Alright, so I will include all this information and all the links in the description below. If you think I missed anything, or if you think there's any other things that need to be added, please add it in the comments. I'd be happy to hear any and everybody's input on this great software. It's a real good software. I think it's powerful, and I think you can use it in any type of business, commercial wise, small operation, mid-sized business, or a corporation. Okay, so I just thought it was a very good tool or application, and I just wanted to tell you guys about it. So thank you very much for looking at this video, and you have a good day.